likely be the winning team here. So both these teams probably far away from home, and they're really going to have to pull through here. It looks like both teams are ready. BMG giving the go-ahead. D-Dog also following up. We got this match underway. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mathcast, and thank you for stopping by. We got something special here today. I really think that's what we're going to see. The troll pick in terms of the Sync Esports, it looked like what they wanted to do was beat D-Dog with their own strategy. They drafted a bunch of global heroes. I think there was Bombardier, Fade, Sandwraith. It was a very similar strategy that knocked them out of the first game in the World Finals group stages. So it was something like that. And D-Dog, I heard, put an amazing performance together with a Blitz and a Moira. I didn't actually get to watch it because at the time I was casting the Druids Stomp Fest over World Elite. But guaranteed I will be popping out and watching those VODs at a later date. So, absolutely. We're gonna. What? Somebody just told me to stand up. I'm not on the cam. I'm on my own stream. I'm not on the cast. Anyways, the first pick in the first bans, we're looking at Behemoth and Moira being banned by D-Dog. They know what's up in the NAEU region. They're going to ban out those strong heroes, and Fusion's going to take out Tremble and Warbeast. Whether they don't want to play those, they don't want to play against them, those heroes are restricted from play, obviously for all very good reasons. A lot of overpowered, balanced, powerful heroes there. But the first pick is going to go to D-Dog with Fade. We know what they are capable of with this hero. We've seen it in the World Finals, used it as that global scouting tool more so than just that gank hero. It was really just his presence and map awareness that it was so amazing. And so amazing in the fact that they reintroduced Fade into the NEU region. They had teams picking this hero left and right. So a very signature hero coming out here by D-Dog. I'm glad to see it. Fusion's going to take the easy pick there and go with Midas. Viable hero, excellent in the suicide lane, excellent in the mid lane, excellent early, late game initiating hero, great escape mechanism. No reason to not pick this hero up here. At the same time, it doesn't really reveal too much about the strategy, so I always love a pick like that. It's multifaceted, just absolutely fabulous. Now, the next pick coming out for D-Dog is actually Andromeda. They think it's about time that they pick up a support hero. And while there's plenty of other options on there, Andromeda may be pivotal to their team's success. So they're going to pick up Andromeda early here. And another hero with, a lot of different uses. Interesting enough here, we saw World Elite ban Pebbles in every single game. And I'm like, nobody picks Pebbles anymore. What a wasted ban. Well, hold on to your seats because we are going to see another Pebbles in this matchup. Great initiation hero. I will admit that lately we've seen him stuck in a safe lane more often than not, and as of late to just make sure that he gets that necessary farm early, rush Steam Boots into Portal Key, something of that nature, and kind of take over the game. I haven't seen a lot of success with him, but I'm confident that the hero can still be played powerfully. Next, we're going to see Silhouette, another hero that's been played phenomenally by D-Dog in the World Finals. In Thailand, I think it was that team. There was two teams that played Silhouette, and one overshadowed the other. But D-Dog played a mean Silhouette too. I think something like 700 GPM he got, and it was just a fabulous display of the hero's potential. So, shaping up to be that style of gameplay that we're used to seeing of D-Dog. At the same time, BMG, they're going to go ahead and draft Swiftblade in the third slot. Once again, another hero that could be their safe lane farm carry. That could be a suicide, Midas mid. They're still not really revealing their lanes. So D-Dog's not really going to be able to counterpick in that sense. They can counterpick the team fight, but still a long ways to go in terms of exactly what hero is going to play what if they're trying to counter in that sense. So next up here, we're going to proceed into the second banning phase. So Canon Pang, looks like captain and drafter for D-Dog, is going to take out Engineer. And I'm afraid to say I don't know all that much about the individual players here. So once they get the heroes swapped into the right positions over on D-Dog, it might jog my memory a little bit on who plays what. But as of right now, I am pretty much clueless, so we're just gonna go with it. Fusion's gonna ban out the Dr. Repulsor. I guess he's anticipating a very greedy lineup by D-Dog to be banning out carries still at this point in the draft. I have to say, there's no real strong initiator here. Fade can initiate, but there's no follow-up initiation, if you catch me. No Kraken, no Flux, no Magmus, no Meraxis, no Pharaoh. I feel like heroes like that ought to be prioritized if you're Fusin at this point. But ultimately, his decision, he is going to take out Cthulhuphant, which kind of suits that role. Jungle Suicide Initiator. Going to take him out at least. Kanan Peng's going to ban Torturer, suspecting that, yeah, BMG still needs a range support hero. Torturer hasn't been picked so much lately in our region. Honestly, if you're going to use a pick on an aggressive support, it's probably better suited to ban the Voodoo Jester against BMG, but hey, maybe they just don't want to play against the Torturer. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Kanan Peng, and keeping with it, bans out 3 int support heroes. NG Tort Glacius. There's still plenty up there. You got your Empath. BMG plays Aluna all the time lately. I wouldn't be surprised to see an Aluna. Like I said, Voodoo Jester, Rift Walker, Rudizi's favorite. They go with the safe pick, which is Rhapsody. Can't blame them there. A great harasser in the early stages. Disco Inferno for pushing, Protective Melody, you know the drill. There's a reason she's a top tier support. And DDOG's coming out with the big guns. Swinging out with a Falcon Punch is the Deadwood pickup. So it seems to be quite a bit of negative armor already coming out if you factor in the Rotten Grasp -4 armor, the Aurora stacking up to -5 armor at the max level. Silhouette's Relentless Salvo is just insane physical damage. And, AoE stuns, I will say that they don't have that many reliable stuns. You got Fades, Burning Shadows, you got the Comet stun. Grasp's semi-reliable, but I would like to see one more real initiation hero with a reliable stun, and I think that could round out this draft pretty well. So, that being said, we'll wait on their pick before we do any further analysis, and, yeah. Of course it's called the Willow Keeper, but anybody who's anybody knows the real nitty-gritty of the spell. They just can't put it for copyright purposes, is that Falcon Punch. Come on, man. Super Smash Bros. Get with the times. So they go with Rally. Not guaranteed stun. It's reliable though. It is somewhat reliable. It's going to give additional support to any teammate who gets themselves caught in a bad position. Sets them up for a decent tri-lane if that's what they decide to run, and DDOG is pretty much notorious for the tri-lane, so no surprise there if that is what they decide to do. And stacking physical damage once again. Pebbles, pretty crappy armor early on. 0.26, pretty much the worst in the game. Once he stacks on some slab skin, he does get passive armor buff from that. But overall, this team looking like it would be pretty susceptible to a physical damage team, so DDOG's draft's looking pretty strong. Coming out for the last pick, though. Let's see, what do we think they're going to go for? They had a Midas. It depends. If they want to go greedy, they could pick another carry like Zephyr, and they are actually going to do it. So here's a new hero that we haven't seen yet in the Dreamhack. We've seen him back in the day a long time ago. But it's BMG. They're not going to jungle him. Could this be a tri-lane Zephyr? Could it be a Suicide Swiftblade and a solo Pebbles mid? I mean, that's kind of what it looks like based on the hero rolls here. We're only going to have to wait another minute to find out. So once again, match number 1, best of 3, losers bracket, Group B. What a tongue twister. BMG versus DDOG. Snoop DDOG. Match is underway, guys. Let's check it out. It wouldn't be a tournament without a pause. Can I get a pause, please? What? No pause? Okay, I guess the game's just going to get immediately underway. So Make already with the early boots, likely going to sell them off. Just going to try to get himself in a good position to get that Ward of Sight down. We take a look here. Approaching the bottom lane is Fade and Silhouette. Deadwood with a little bit of pooled regen. Blightstones, Hatchet. So definitely not going to see him in a Suicide. Probably a Suicide Rally. Has not bought any items yet. Just going to get this early ward down to protect, give him Rune Sight, really. I don't think that's going to give him much protection at the top. There we go. That's the Han that I know and love. So Legion teams gonna call a vote to pause the game, and a big shout out to Hawk on 7th. He's the man always calling out when I forget to change the overlays. So we're gonna fix that overlay up for you guys and set the right one on here. Yeah, so this, what do you guys think? Strategy pause? Probably likely the case. But I'm going to close out the poll here and take a look at what we thought. We got 2 votes for DDOG taking it and 5 votes. So that's about almost a 3-to-1 ratio in favor of the returning champions BMG. Bad Bat TZ with a shout out to Thailand. That's cool, man. Got mad respect for your home country. Where's BMG from? Just not USA. Just like a conglomerated group of Europeans, I think. But yeah, I mean, it's a dual lane so far here, and I was pretty certain it was a trial. Okay, so Andromeda will be rotating down to the bottom lane. Both teams are readying up. Actually, just D-Dog's readying up. We are waiting for the call from BMG. Hopefully nobody went to use the restroom as second, please. Fusin, Midas, Pebbles, Zephyr. So most likely going to be a quad lane top. This is the new meta here. They don't sit anybody into the middle lane. I'm just kidding. I think he's just up here to secure a Bloodlust attempt. Maybe pick off a Suicide Hero, but Rally ain't going anywhere near there. He's going to play it safe, and we'll see Midas going into the middle lane. So yeah, I guess it could have gone either way. No way. No way is Rudizy going to go mid. It's going to be Pebbles rotating mid. Isn't it? That would really throw them off. It would work. Midas would be fine against Deadwood, but very interesting. Yeah, so I guess it's going to be tricky to keep the action up on both lanes here. Oh man, another pause. Come on. How are you going to say ready, go, and then pause again? Well, I'm at a loss of words, guys. Well, we can analyze the stages of the game in which teams are going to be successful. So, looking at this Legion team, I mean, I see them very potent through all of the stages of the game. They just have a really good balance. They can secure the late game with Silhouette. They have a lot of saves. Andro Swap, Rally Compel. If she gets caught in a bad situation, they're going to be able to assist her and make sure that she can output maximum damage. The only thing is they don't have the most reliable lockdown, so a hero like Swiftblade's going to be kind of hard to catch. Maybe not. I guess the physical stuns of Rally goes through Blade Frenzy, so they got that going for them. But either way, I think they're going to have a hard time locking these heroes down. Looking at the Hellborn team, in the later stages of the game, Swiftblade, Zephyr, yeah, they're okay, but I feel like they're going to shine more in the middle game. I think if Make can get a good start at bottom lane and transition, hit level 6 early, they're going to have a successful time. So already Andromeda is going to force out the Blade Frenzy onto Swiftblade. He's going to catch Burning Shadows here. Nope, they decide to not dive him, and at the same time, Rally up top going to be forced to deal with this nasty tri-lane. He's got 1, 2 stuns, and a Gust to deal with, putting him out of position. Luckily, he does have that Compel in case things get too hairy. Let's take a peep here down in mid lane. Switching up the roles, absolutely. Very rarely see Ruta Z. But at this level, these competitive players, I'm pretty sure they've all dabbled in a little bit different roles. So I'm sure ultimately he may be just fine. But Swiftblade's already had enough of that lane. He's going to come and maybe roam towards mid for an early Bloodlust kill. He does see the Deadwood's already taken a bit of damage. I don't see this being successful, though. This is gonna be hard. Here comes the Elemental Sun of Blade Frenzy. Wow, I miscalled that for sure. Way too much damage coming out early on. Bloodlust kill going to Ruta Z, and a nice rotation by Swiftblade. I absolutely didn't think they had enough damage for that. They don't even have a slow. Deadwood kind of just stood there. Oh, ain't that a little cutie? I've already seen that guy before. Anyways, back to the action here. We're gonna see down here. The tri-lane is they're kind of wasting their resources a little bit, because I mean Silhouette could be free farming here, and yeah, not too surprised Andromeda's gonna have to get rotating soon here. A little bit of a pickle here. Andromeda's gonna eventually box out the Swiftblade though and prevent him from getting that Refreshment Rune. does look like the game is freezing. Both teams having a bit of problems with DCs. BMG, BMG. Bad Monkey Gaming. Chance be gentle from the sidelines. Well, well, well. I wonder if it's too bad they may have to remake Reno. I would definitely take that if I was DDOG. Oh, I can't handle these pauses, guys. I've been streaming for 9.5 hours. Please resume the game. Thank you. Let's get it on. So once again, getting back into the action. Already killed once as this dead, but he's going to return to the lane, and all that pooled regen was actually for nothing. And you could see just Midas getting really relentless with that harassment. I mean, he's not even level 4 yet, and he's just burning them down with that max salvo. So Deadwood's going to get a little bit of assistance from Andromeda, but at the same time, you don't want to linger in the lane because it's very important that Deadwood get those early solo levels. So hopefully he's just there, box out Midas a little bit, but give him enough space where he can get that. Now Rally's doing interesting build, putting a point to demoralizing Roar so he can use that to the last hit, and I don't know if I entirely agree with that. I'm definitely more of a fan of the armor piercing, but I guess it will not be as important because they have so much armor mitigation in general on their team. The slow might be more useful. Andromeda's going to sit here and go toe-to-toe, and it is going to turn into a duel lane here. Stun coming out onto Midas just for harassment purposes. Don't forget that he does have an invisibility rune bottled up. Looked like Swiftblade may have got a little bit spooked there and was forced into using yet another Blade Frenzy. And I think Make's intention is just to kind of adjust the lane control and try to get Silhouette's focus off of last hitting the creep. She's been pretty disciplined thus far, sitting at 320 GPM. Actually, doing slightly better than Zephyr here, 22 and 8 for 28. Oh, this is extremely close though. Zephyr, of course, with the support of Rhapsody, getting this jungle stacked up for him. This means they're gonna split the farm here. This has been pretty much a jungle Zephyr for the most part this game, actually. So looks like he's getting the Cyclones and just making his way over into there. This is only a double stack, but he valued the rune, I guess, more than the stacking the pool. So, or stacking the Ancients camp. Illusion rune gonna spawn top. Not too much gonna happen there. And now we do know recent changes were made to Zephyr's windshield. Yeah, there's like an increased chance to block the attack or something. So, from my understanding, it just improved his jungle abilities a little bit early on. I was under the impression that it didn't actually stack with an iron buckler, though, so maybe I misheard that. But anyways, he's going to get spooked off here by these Andro illusions, who actually do manage to steal one little creep. They will actually feed him Cyclones at the end of the day, though. But you see Fuzen dedicated to keeping this jungle stacked, and it's going to be crucial to giving them this, maintain this gold advantage that they do have early. But right now, Boxy having a grand old time. Already got the steam boots. And, I mean, if things go the way they are, he'll have a portal key in no time. And there's plenty of opportunities for him to jump on heroes. An under-leveled Fade. Okay, Blade Frenzy activated. Smake's going to man up here. Start spinning on a Silhouette. They're kind of perplexed as to what to do. The Burning Shadows does come out, but Swiftblade's going to fall before the TP's can get in. No, he's juking into the trees and he can't get the last hit off. Oh my god. Beautiful rotation from Pebbles, but ultimately a misplay by Canon Peng. And that was a free kill on the Swiftblade and a free escape. They kind of choked there. I would love to see what kind of vision he was lacking there, but yeah, it just seems like he should have been able to get that some way, somehow. BMG coming out on top early in this matchup, 2-0. As well as securing farm in all three lanes. We can look at Rally, and he's 11-1, so he's finding the occasional last hits. He did pick up a hatchet now, so actually feeling confident enough to spend that gold as an investment to find more farm, but we'll have to see. Also worth noting, the Deadwood hit level 6, but Midas stacking 2 Crushing Claws on top of those Minor Totems. He's not going to be able to get one-shotted by the Falcon Punch. If Rally rotates, they definitely have a chance. But top lane called the missing. Rally, or Midas is going to back up and be safe. Unfortunate. What is Andromeda doing way over here? Apparently just going to die. That seems like it's the case. This winged courier. I can't see whose item it is. Andromeda way out of position. I understand you want to maybe get some aggressive wards out and catch rotations, or find somebody, you know, weak into the Ancients camp, but there's no reason to be that far up. It almost seems like a disconnect or something crazy. But once again, Pebbles continuing to get this free farm. Rhapsody's getting experience by just stacking and pulling. Zephyr now tackling a very, very early double or triple stacked Ancients. With the help of Midas a little bit, of course, but at 7-minute mark, that's extremely early. There's very few heroes that can tackle that. And I have a feeling, yeah, you're going to see his GPM really skyrocket here. 450, XP per minute even more. He's level 9. Level 9 at 7-minute mark. That is extremely difficult to achieve, and this is definitely a strong strategy by BMG. I feel like they must have practiced this, because you don't get this kind of synergy and rotations out of nowhere. So definitely showing respect in DDOG, and they bust out a mean strategy here, saving that Zephyr for the last pick too. Rotations in the mid, the Rally Compel misses Midas in the mid-air tree. He's going to get caught with a transmute stun, but the grasp comes out. Midas sees it coming. He's going to take way too many tower hits, have to fall back and sip on that bottle. Nice sidestep there by Rude Z, playing this mid role very well. You can tell he's putting out the harassment when he can, but overall staying just cautious. Somebody calls missing, he backs up. He doesn't over-aggress and try to force a kill out. He understands his team's got a decent advantage, and the longer they delay this, the longer the lead is just going to continue to expand. Down here in the bottom lane, Fade just trying to take a little bit of creeps up here. Rally got a couple of illusions scouting out locations in the bottom lane, but Make forced to stay back. The crucial point is Make already hit level 6. Rally's nowhere near level 6. Or he may be near it, but he's probably going to fall here again as Zephyr picks up Helm of the Black Legion Red Boots, and he looks to set something up. The Compel will actually keep him alive, though, so good job by Rob Dub Pates to get out of that situation that could have been very dangerous for him. But yeah, going back, Swiftblade already has Ghost Marchers too. 2 assists, Portal Key now on Pebbles. I would not want to be DDOG right now. It just seems like the momentum is extremely in favor of BMG right now. And, oh, middle lane, they do get a pick off on Rude Z. Speak the devil. He was playing careful, but 3 rotations. I think BMG's comfortable with trading a tier 1 tower for that, though. You can see Zephyr is farming like a madman. 470 GPM is like unheard of because there's no towers dead. They are just like putting so much work into snowballing him. I can only guess what kind of item he's gonna go for next. I definitely wouldn't mind stacking some type of agility items on him, even like a Firebrand, just because he's gonna need to pull up his armor so that when the reduction starts to hit, it doesn't completely strip him of all of his armor. Overall, though, I mean, you get a Bulwark, eventually into a Breastplate, onto the Pebbles, and it's something that they can deal with in the later stages of the game. But as of early, if you get locked down or you get initiated on, I think it's going to hurt really bad with Hovering Armor. So top tower will fall. Now Outborn Team BMG is going to group up somewhat in mid lane here, and I don't think DDOG can even attempt to defend this. Double damage Pebbles, but even just the Pebbles in general with the Portal Key is very dangerous at this point. There's no vestments, nobody's got the money for it yet, and it's just not safe, so. Very intense. Activating the Veil drop, but instantly walking in tower range, so he did actually lose it. And this is kind of atypical of BMG. I don't think they need all 5 here. You very well could have had Midas split pushing on the other lane, and even just have 4 here, or have Swiftblade out roaming into the jungle or something, but they do what they can, and they're going to push the tower down very quickly. Now they're going to rotate, attempt to steal the jungle. Hardcamp's missing already, though. peeping on down here to see that BMG, yeah, rotating in. They're going to look to pilfer out the Hellborn's jungle here. Still a little bit of creeps, but ultimately, it's probably not the best utilization of the resources. I mean, they're built for pickoffs. They can just find heroes and kill them. But grouping up like this, it's causing way too much. It's putting DDOG on alert, basically. So they're playing so safe. Yeah, there's not much they can do. But they're going to cut the lane with the Zephyr. They're going to look to push another tower here. And if they take these one at a time, as soon as DDOG catches on, then they can just split push. And they would definitely be taking the lead right now, at least in terms of experience. But Fade using a Veiled Rot. This might actually end up paying off. As Pebbles is going to rotate to the top by himself. They have another TP coming in as Rhapsody, but I don't understand how Fade's going to get in range, though, to initiate, even with the Veiled Rot. Oh, they're waiting for the Pebbles to throw off. He gets a stun combo toss onto Silhouette and Rally, but here comes the counter initiation. Rally dropping the Compel off, but it doesn't really connect. And this is just going to be a cleanup easy time. Swift Slashes come out in the background. Deadwood activating the Haste Rune. I didn't even see his ultimate come off. It looks like, did he pick off? Yeah, so Lord Mikhail picked off Rhapsody in the background, but that wasn't worth it at all. And forcing your Swiftblade to get in, or forcing your Silhouette to get involved before completing a Null Stone or a Portal Key is a bad idea. In fact, she may even die here. Oh, the Gust doesn't connect. Unlucky for Balthazar, probably just the Pixel or two off. Silhouette is going to get away, but they lose a lot in the process. And 8,400 gold, 6,700 experience lead. BMG is very strong at this point. You can say Boxy MVP, but look at Rudizi's play so far in mid lane. I mean, he basically set everything up because they tried to gank him multiple times, and he was just too evasive. And then look at Balthazar's farm. I mean, he's 3-0-0. That doesn't give you 600 GPM. He's on a whole nother level of gold efficiency right now. I mean, he's probably easily nearing the 100%. This whole team is, just as in general, 6-2 doesn't create an 8,000 here, gold advantage. They are destroying this map. And unfortunately for DDOG, Silhouette's not going to be able to outcarry somebody who's farming at twice the rate he is. So definitely looking at an uphill battle here for DDOG, and I hate to call it too early, but it's looking pretty grim. BMG known for their patience, never forcing anything. I mean, they got this advantage, and they're just gonna keep extending it. They're getting a little ballsy here, though, pushing into the enemy jungle. But if DDOG's gonna play so safe, then they're gonna allow them to do so. Pebbles with an invisibility rune. This is likely gonna be a free pickoff here, depending on who he decides to go on. And you can see last fight, even still, Boxy not going for just that one-hit combo. He was looking to AoE down, lock down a couple of heroes so that Midas can get the multiple transmute, things of that nature. And a Frostburn already picked up onto Balthazar. That's 15-minute Frostburn, Helm of the Black Legion. And Silhouette's illusion here is going to do a decent job and actually spot out 3 of the heroes. They will attack these Ancients here, so that's going to help get Silhouette in a better position and hurry up and help her finish off that Portal Key Null Stone. But I don't know, by the time she finishes those items, you're going to be looking at a shrunken head on Zephyr at this rate. Overall, though, I mean, it's a very passive game in terms of hero killing. Neither team is really looking to commit to anything, and I think, I don't know, DDOG has to make something happen. They have to find a pick-off here or there. BMG making it really hard by sticking together like this, but ultimately they're just losing more and more as the game progresses, so I definitely want to see them set some kind of pick-off or commit to a split push. You have to do something, but standing around in your base is not going to change the pace of the game or shift the momentum in your favor. Can I get an amen?
Denied.
Oh, Balthazar once again gonna deny the tower. That's both towers that fell so far were actually denied. Once by Maki, once by Balthazar. And just further choking out DDOG here.
Ultimate.
Oh, so they do go some action up top here. Balthazar's gonna get a double tap. It looks like Fade blew her entire combo, and then Deadwood blew his entire combo, but Zephyr just didn't go down. And that would have been a huge pick-off had they gotten it, but now the fact that he just got a free double tap, it's even worse. It's almost that tricky. They're in that tricky spot where they need to make ganks happen, but they're so far behind, it's almost impossible. At least not on the Zephyr. He's just not targetable. 1600 HP this point into the game, and he has started to stack up a bit of armor. I hate to say it, but this is looking like nail in the coffin, because this is going to allow Fusen to get up some aggressive wards. If he hasn't already, here's going to be cone 1 coming up here. They're going to take out this last tower, and DDOG is going to have nowhere to farm. You're going to have Swiftblade in the jungle here. You're going to have Zephyr in the jungle here, or vice versa. Either way, I mean, just taking command. The Dawnbringer now finished onto Zephyr. I don't know if I would have gone for the Dawnbringer. It's more of a farming tool, and it looks like they're committing to fighting team fights, but at this point, he's so far ahead, it's really not going to have that much of a detrimental impact. So once again, Silhouette, by no means, 400 GPM, that's pretty standard at this point, but they've somehow managed to slingshot Balthazar into this ungodly gold lead. I mean, how many creeps has he killed? 178 creeps. Okay, here comes an initiation onto Zephyr. They get the Falcon Punch off with the Cull Stun, and ultimately Swiftblade is going to come in here too now. Silhouette actually gets the kill. Swiftblade's going to spin away, not much for him to do there. She's just putting the auto attacks. Comet Stun coming out now onto Midas. Pebble's going to toss him back to Rhapsody. Protective Melody coming out, perfect timing, is going to keep the Midas alive. And ultimately they end up trading. So Zephyr finally does go down, and I don't think DDOG lost anybody there, but at the same time, it took almost every cooldown they had to finish off that Zephyr. And I can't help but think that 2,000 gold spent on the light brand could have gone to much better use.
Watch my blade dance.
Oh man, this game's pretty passive. Abyssal Skull's now picked up onto Swiftblade, so going to be able to assist his teammate just with the passive damage boost, the lifesteal going out to Pebbles and Zephyr. Just overall armor addition too, so really good item to come at this point in the game. Zephyr picks up a Mystic Vestments. I don't know why he did that. There's very little magic damage coming out. I mean, you got a little bit of burst from Fade, but it definitely doesn't merit the 500 gold on the item, so Balthazar kind of panicking here, and I don't think that was a required item for sure, but he's going to buy it anyways. And just hope that he does make wiser decisions with the rest of the gold that he's going to start piling up here. DDOG definitely wants to contest this Kongor. They're aware of what's going on. They have Veldrats active, but really, are they going to be able to do so? Yes, here comes an initiation onto Zephyr. They're going to get the Rally Compel and the Seismic Slam, but he's got time to drink up his Cyclones, and he will stay alive. Fade, you're walking through a minefield of Revelation Wards. You're going to have to stay back. At the end of the day, only Rally and Silhouette fall. Nobody on the Hellborn team gets collapsed on. And yeah, here goes another pick-off on Andromeda. And it feels like they're focusing so much on Zephyr. Even if they killed Zephyr there, they would not have won that team fight. So I know when you got that single core lineup that's so intense, you're going to want to do that, but I don't know. You were never modded here, be gentle. But if you want, I can make you a mod. There you go. No, I wasn't trying to crash in the 6. I gave him a code that actually fixed the problem. Just because you open the console and type stuff doesn't mean you're hacking someone's mainframe. There's a ton of console commands that make your life easier. But anyways, here comes the initiation. Devil's going to drop the avalanche onto Rada Pates, but a nice swap from Andromeda is going to keep him alive. She sacrifices herself for the greater good. And he's going to be able to get away safe to base and all of that roaming just for a pickoff on a level 7 Andromeda. Yeah, BMG in a very, very comfortable position here. Just sitting comfortably with the 20k gold advantage. Picking up more items now. You see a portal key and an energizer, further increasing the mobility of Make. So we're going to see Make and Boxy roaming as to setting up ganks around the map. That's what they've been doing. It's been working for them in the past. Balthazar are going to continue to just envelop the map with his cyclones and steal all of the farm while Silhouette tries to play catch up. I mean, Midas too. Midas now with a portal key, Astrolabe. And he may just join the fun too, but most likely probably going to stay close to Zephyr, make sure that nothing bad happens to him, and any ganks on him are going to be thwarted. So Fade's ultimate just expired. Silhouette now with the portal key, see if she can get initiation, but no, the Blade Frenzy comes out because you had plenty of time to cast it. Swiftblade can get his ultimate off, does not even need to. The Gust is going to interrupt that TP on Kanampang TH at the last second. And now a portal key picked up on Rally, and I really don't think that's the right item choice. I don't even think the portal key on Deadwood. It just came too late to really have an impact. And not to mention, these aren't heroes that are strong counter-initiators. You have to understand that it looks like every single team fight is just going to lead in with the Midas or the Pebbles on their portal keys, collapse on a hero, and they're instantly dead. If you have Magnus, Behemoth, something like that to counter-initiate with, it's impactful. But a Rally comes in, drops the Compel. Well, now you just put yourself in a very shitty position, and you're likely going to fall. And the rest of your team is not going to be able to offer much support in the matter either. So Hain Israel actually going to get the counter ward here, but no, a toss coming out is going to put Deadwood in a really bad position. It's instantly melted. Rally dropping out that demoralizing roar, but actually doesn't really demoralize anybody at all as they just continually pressure the tower here, and unfortunately it's not going to be much they can do. Silhouette's going to jump in, but it barely does anything to Zephyr. Here comes Rally with the Compel. Fade's going to stun onto Zephyr, but the Protective Melody is going to keep them all pretty much well alive. Deadwood puts the Falcon Punch out on the Pebbles. Midas with the Transmute stun, going to lock down. 2 heroes fall down. The rest are fleeing into the base. Hellborn team still with the token onto Zephyr. They're going to initiate. They actually get another kill off. Now Deadwood is going to fall. Fade joining the party of dead people. And the Legions, yeah, they're going to concede the match here. No surprise there, but what an impressive performance by Zephyr. I've never seen the farm snowballed in that much of a stance, and it looks like BMG breaks out their first OMG Strata Dreamhack, feeling that it was necessary. If they lost this game, they would be in a very bad position and possibly knocked out. So what better time to bust out the big guns. That being said, that's going to wrap up match number 1. We are going to go to a quick break here, but I'm sure these teams aren't going to waste any time getting back into the match lobby. Yeah, best of 3 here. So if the next team that takes this is going to progress to the loser bracket finals, in which case they will face the loser of the Group B winner finals. So I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll return shortly. Stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching.